Welcome to The Explainer, where we put outrageous online income claims to the ultimate test. We've all been there, right? You're just scrolling through your feed, and suddenly an ad pops up promising effortless cash, literally just for keeping your eyes glued to a screen. It sounds like the absolute dream, getting paid to do basically nothing. Well, today, we're taking a really hard look at the viral promise behind the whole watch to earn economy. We're going to find out if this is actually a legitimate path to passive income or if it's just a carefully constructed illusion designed to completely waste your time. Okay, so let's dive right into this massive claim that's been making the rounds online. This specific viral pitch, it suggests you can generate unlimited wealth simply by watching ads on platforms like Zoombucks. And I've got to admit, the pitch is incredibly seductive. You just open a tab, let the videos roll, and supposedly you're cashing in $7 every single minute. It sounds amazing, doesn't it? But if there's one thing we know about these flashy internet money-making schemes, it's that you should never, ever take the headline at face value. So we're going to look at actual data from a creator who tested this exact method, just to see if reality actually matches the marketing. Now, right out of the gate, there's a huge, glaring red flag buried in the platform's own tips and tricks section. On one hand, you have these viral internet marketers screaming about an unlimited $7 a minute. But if you actually dig into the website's fine print, they proudly state that their most loyal members earn up to $500 worth of points per month. Wait a second, let's think about that. If you were truly making $7 every 60 seconds, you'd hit that $500 mark in just over an hour. This massive contradiction is our very first clue that things are definitely not as they seem. Section 1. The fine print math and decoding the points system. So, how does it actually work? Well, it starts with an absolute trickle. According to the source material, the platform operates on a really confusing points system rather than, direct cash. If you use a partner site like Hideout.tv, you are required to watch 3 entire videos, and yes, that comes complete with unskippable ads, just to yield a grand total of 7 points. And here is where the math really starts working against you. Let's look at the conversion rate. The platform dictates that you need to accumulate 1,000 points just to equal one single dollar. So if you want to make that promised $7, you don't just need a handful of points. You need 7,000 points. We're talking about watching literally thousands of videos. Oh, and they certainly don't make it easy to actually get your hands on that cash either. You can't just withdraw your first dollar and run. To hit the absolute minimum threshold for a standard $5 PayPal payout, you are forced to grind your way to 5,250 points. The entire system is intentionally designed to keep you on the hook for a very, very long time before you see a single cent. With those incredibly daunting numbers in mind, you really have to wonder what this looks like in practice. Well, our source creator didn't just guess. They put this exact system to a grueling 5-hour test to see if this passive income dream was actually real. They set up the system exactly as the viral videos suggested, just to see how close they could get to that magical $5 threshold. And this is exactly how it played out. Starting in the middle of the night at 2 a.m., the tester opened multiple tabs of videos simultaneously. And the beauty of this test is that it perfectly mimics that exact passive income dream being sold to us. They went back to sleep, woke up at 5, went to the gym, played some basketball, and grabbed a coffee. The whole time, those videos and ads were just humming along in the background. Finally, after 5 hours of their computer doing all the work, it was time to check the final earnings. But of course, actually getting paid isn't a direct process at all. The whole ecosystem is an incredibly convoluted maze. First, you have to earn the points on a third-party ad server. Then, you have to manually transfer those points back to the main platform. And finally, you have to navigate their redemption system to even attempt to cash out. It's basically a maze designed to add friction at every single possible step. So, moment of truth. What was the grand total after 5 solid hours of continuous video streaming across multiple tabs? The initial earnings on the partner site sat at exactly 210 points. Remember, you need over 5,000 points just to get $5. In 5 hours, they earned barely a drop in the bucket. But unfortunately, the bad news doesn't stop there. The real shocker actually comes during the transfer process. When moving those points from the ad server over to the main Zoombucks platform, those 210 points were devalued down to just 147 points. Let's do the math on that for a second. At 1,000 points to $1, 147 points literally converts to less than a single penny. 5 hours of running your computer, draining your battery, and your grand total is a fraction of a cent. Unbelievable. This reveals the true mechanics of these websites. It's what I call the minimum payout trap. Honestly, it's a brilliant, albeit totally frustrating business model for the platforms. They actively monetize your attention. Advertisers are paying them real money because your computer is running those ads. But by setting the cash out threshold so impossibly high, they fully expect you to abandon your fraction of a penny earnings long before you ever reach that $5 minimum. You do the work, they get the ad revenue, you get frustrated and quit, and they keep 100% of the cash.
Section 2. Stop consuming, start creating. Building real online income.
Now, think about those 5 hours that were completely wasted making absolutely nothing. In that exact same time frame, you could have actually been producing valuable digital assets. Our source highlights several proven methods. You could have brainstormed and recorded 10 different TikTok videos to schedule out for the week. You could have leveraged AI tools like ChatGPT to write compelling scripts for YouTube. You could have laid the groundwork for a faceless YouTube channel, or even launched your very own blog. The difference here is monumental. Instead of consuming someone else's content for pennies, you are building your own. The true beauty of shifting your mindset from being a consumer to a creator is that a piece of content, whether it's a video, a blog post, a script, stays online continuously. It works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. While you sleep, go to the gym, or grab that coffee, people can view your content from anywhere in the world, generating actual value and potential revenue for you around the clock. Guys, that is what real passive income actually looks like. So I'm going to leave you to ponder this final question. Your time and your attention are incredibly valuable commodities. Every single hour you spend online is an investment. So, will you spend your next 5 hours trying to enrich some deceptive ad network for a fraction of a penny? Or will you choose to invest that time into building your own digital asset?